Nerdcast assemble!
Stay dandy, baby.
The curse of the Otsutsuki clan continues in another super exciting chapter of Boruto Naruto Next Generations. Guys, this chapter right here was absolutely phenomenal. It featured a very nice twist in what the true power of karma truly is, as Boruto goes through a drastic and, dare I say it, horrifying transformation, as it looks like his entire body is actually possessed by none other than Momoshi Otsutsuki, and it all happens in the big climactic battle against Boro, a member of Kara, who has been giving Boruto and his friends a lot of trouble for the last couple of chapters. And here's where things really start to pick up and get insane, as Sarada is able to figure out where his inner core is, and she rips it directly out of his body, causing Boro to start to suddenly transform into a massive monster-like version of himself. Was anybody else getting Akira vibes while actually reading this chapter? That's exactly what I was thinking of, as he was losing control over all of his power, rampaging like a giant kaiju beast. This entire scene was really awesome and shocking, and also started to make me reevaluate what I think about the Kara organization. I mean, don't get me wrong, I always compare them to the Otsutsuki in terms of what their actual powers and abilities truly are, and the fact that these four children were able to take out one of the members does speak volume for their power, but it also makes me wonder how strong these guys really are at the end of the day. Then again, Boruto, Mitsuki, Sarada, and of course Kawaki are incredibly gifted ninja, and without a shadow of a doubt are probably more impressive than their actual parents and relatives were when they were actually at that age. And again, it just speaks for the resourcefulness of watching them work together to take this guy down. But even when Boro is freaking out and flailing all over the place, he's still incredibly powerful and destructive, knocking these characters around, even as Boruto and his friends are actually about to rescue Naruto. They actually managed to remove him from that like weird giant pot kettle thing, and Naruto of course is completely knocked out. They were hoping that when they were going to bust him out, he would just come in, do his Rasengan Kurama game, and just beat the shit out of Boro. That doesn't actually end up happening. They all end up getting severely damaged by Boro in his massive rampage, and that's when we get it. The big part of the chapter where Boruto suddenly looks like he goes through a transformation where a massive horn starts to jut out of the top of his head. And this is that moment where he starts to look like a member of the Otsutsuki clan. Even Boro recognizes that himself when he suddenly is freaked out and seeing this image of a floating Boruto who has these crazy freaking markings all over his face as he's just sort of casually floating around in air. But it's pretty clear that this is not actually Boruto who is in control. Someone has taken over his body, and that's none other than Momoshiki. Yes, he has returned in a way to inhabit the body of Boruto, and what's even more disturbing is that he can actually utilize his body to manifest some of his most powerful abilities, as well as sort of amplifying Boruto's own attacks. He actually ends up taking out Boro with a massive Rasengan, which not only completely obliterates his body, but leaves a massive crater in the ground. I'm talking freaking scorched earth, Dragon Ball Z style freaking crater in this chapter. Guys, it was so freaking awesome, and right at that moment, Momoshiki just reassures Boruto that this is only the beginning, as he ensures that eventually he will make his grand return to potentially take over his entire body. So now, there's a lot more going on here, and a lot more at stake with Boruto, not only having to learn how to control this power, but also the fear that his entire body is actually going to be consumed by the power of the Otsutsuki. This right here was a great part of the chapter. It could have been the entire chapter, and I would have been satisfied simply by the amazing action. I think this is one of the best action chapters that I've actually read from Boruto Naruto Next Generations, and it felt classic and it felt new all at the same time. I can't wait to see what's actually going to happen later on in the series. I mean, was that really Boruto at the beginning of the series when he was battling against Kawaki, or was Momoshiki the one who was actually in control? So many questions, so many theories running through my head, and I can't wait to talk about it with you guys later on, and I can't wait to hear what you think about it. Tell me all that stuff in the comment section below. But there's actually a cherry on the top of the sundae of this chapter, a nice little surprise at the very end. After the big battle with Boro, we return to Kara headquarters, where we get to see that Kashin Koji, is he Jiraiya, is he not Jiraiya, has returned, and it looks like he's finally going to try and fulfill the biggest part of his secret mission, which is secretly taking out Jigen. Why is he doing this? Does he want to destroy Kara from the inside out? Does he want to become the new leader? Is he Jiraiya on a secret mission? Is he Jiraiya's son, cousin, brother? What the heck is actually going on with this character? Is he even Jiraiya at all? This is the thing that's actually got me most hyped about this chapter. I mean, don't get me wrong. That action in the beginning, freaking on point, son. I loved that stuff. It felt classic in every single way. But I want to see what's going on with Kashin Koji, Koji Kashin, the magician ninja himself. I want to see what his entire motive is going to be. He's one of the most mysterious characters of the entire series. He's giving me those early day Naruto Toby vibes, where we really don't know what his entire deal is going to be. And the way that they've been building him up and trying to trick us into thinking that he's someone else, potentially Jiraiya, has been driving me insane. And what's even more so is that the scientist doesn't really seem to have any problem with the fact that, you know, he's going to do this. In fact, it almost seems like within Kara, like, it's common knowledge that Kashin Koji just wants to take out Jigen, so I can't wait to see what this is going to lead to, the potential of a really epic battle, maybe another shocking twist. It sucks, we're going to have to wait another month to actually get that answer. So, what's the rundown on this chapter of Boruto Naruto Next Generations? If you can't tell from my tone, I fucking love this chapter. I loved it! Especially the action in the beginning. I mean, the artwork was really good and super great. The moment where Boruto takes control and Momoshiki decides to start using his body like a puppet to take out Boro, man, that was just satisfying as all hell. Sarada fans are probably also going to love that moment where she used the Chidori to take out the core of his body. That was a really great moment for her. Even Kawaki continues to be awesome, just blasting people with like his massive chakra attacks. I said it reminds me of stuff from like Dragon Ball Z. It totally is that. And I'm alright with that. It looks just so damn cool. Really, I'm just jazzed to see what's going to be happening next. And it makes me want to see the next chapter, like, immediately. And that's a really great hook. As for Kashin Koji's motive, again, it's hard to tell. He could be a character who is simply on a secret mission to take out this organization. He very well could be another offshoot of the Otsutsuki clan, for all we know. He does have white hair, but he doesn't seem to have the distinctive Byakugan eyes. The biggest theory, of course, is that this is Jiraiya. He somehow survived. Maybe he's a clone. Maybe he's someone who's related to him. I mean, they've definitely shown that he uses a lot of the same techniques, if not all of them so far. It's the fact that he's wearing that damn mask and they just don't want to give us any answers. Maybe even the creators don't even know what they want to do with him yet. All I know is I'm psyched to see what's going to be going on here. I always love when there's discourse amongst a villain group when they're fighting from the inside, vying for power. Something about that dynamic has always been interesting aside from just the straight up minions who adore their leader. It just makes them all the more intriguing, and it just makes me want to learn a little bit more about them. And ever since his introduction, Kashin Koji has been, without a shadow of a doubt in my opinion, the most interesting member of Kara. That's not to say that Boro wasn't fun, but he was the type of character that was made simply for a big epic battle, and he worked perfectly in this chapter. He fulfilled what he was supposed to do, and it was really great. It was also awesome that we got to see like the younger characters finally going up against a member, and it shows they can stand a chance as long as they all work together and utilize their skills and combine all of their techniques. And again, I think that's always been one of the best things about the Naruto series, is how a lot of the times these characters have to rely on teamwork. They just can't go in there and Goku and Saitama the day away. They have got to combine all of their abilities to take down these evil villains. So, yeah, I love this chapter. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10, whatever your rating scale is. I know I loved this chapter, but I want to hear from you guys. If any of you did read this chapter of Boruto, make sure to tell me what you thought about it in the comments section below. What did you think about the big climactic battle with Boro? What about Momoshiki taking control of Boruto? What is his overall plan? What did you think of that transformation and the look of Boruto? What do you see for the future of that and the Karma Seal with Kawaki and Boruto? And what's the deal with Kashin Koji? Let's just talk about all of that stuff in the comments section below. Thank you all so much for checking out this review. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. If you guys want to go the extra mile in supporting this channel, please check out my PayPal, Patreon account. You'll find links for all that stuff in the comment section below. It's also worth noting that me and Christian just got back on the podcast horse. We are bringing back the Powerful Nerdcast. For the last 3 weeks, we have done episodes. Make sure to check those out. So thank you guys so much for watching this review. I'll see you all next time, and as always, stay down there, baby.